Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Thanks so much for joining. This is day 6 of the yoga challenge. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost a full week of yoga practice. I'm not wearing yoga clothes today because the theme of the yoga challenge today is the breath, breathing. And one of the things I love about the breath or the lessons of yoga breathing is that you can take those lessons off of your mat and apply them into your life. You don't even need to be wearing yoga clothes to benefit from the depth of yoga breathing. So let's start off with some of the main principles related to the yoga breath. First and foremost, one of the most distinguishing features of yoga is this emphasis on breathing. If you go to fitness-oriented classes, it's not like you're not breathing there, you're definitely breathing. In fact, just as you're watching this, whether or not you're doing yoga, you are actually breathing. The emphasis on the breath in the spiritual discipline of yoga is about the relationship between the conscious and the subconscious mind. Moment by moment, the conscious mind is aware of, well, what you're conscious of. But moment by moment, the subconscious mind is aware of what you're not conscious of. And the reality of our life experience is that the vast majority of our thinking happens and operates in the realm of the subconscious mind. Over 90%, I've even read a statistic that says that 95% of our thinking is automated and rooted in the subconscious mind. So that's kind of incredible when we think about that. Your breath is one of the rare bodily functions that actually operates within the realm of the conscious and the subconscious mind. So constantly, moment by moment, you're aware of things. Even you're aware of things that you're not aware of. Things happening in the peripheral vision, things happening in the field of the body that you're not consciously tuned into. Moment by moment, the breath continues. You may be aware of the quality of your breath, or you may not. But yoga teaches you that through practice, you'll be able to have a continuous awareness over the quality of the breath. And there are a couple of different ways that this really works for your benefit. First and foremost, at any moment throughout the day, you can drop your mind into the breath. And by doing so, you'll get a window into the state of the nervous system. You'll get a window into kind of how you're feeling because your breath doesn't lie. You might find yourself in stressful circumstances, tensing the breath, panting, holding the breath. You might find yourself kind of, breathing almost like there's a fire coming out of your mouth or your nose. In other moments, you may find yourself breathing in long sighs, like, or just kind of like, and those breaths will or being cognizant rather, being aware of those types of breathing will give you a window into, again, the state of the nervous system, the state of the conscious mind, the state of the emotional body as well. Bringing consciousness into the realm of activities which are normally held in the subconscious mind is a great way to encourage the feeling of wholeness, the feeling of kind of complete presence. That's really one of the deeper lessons of the yoga path. Now we enter yoga breathing techniques. Yoga breathing is based on a really interesting fundamental principle that's rooted in this correlation between the conscious and the subconscious mind in the wholeness or the totality of your being. Sorry about that. I just swallowed my own saliva. Now, what happens is in the yoga philosophy, the training tradition of yoga has this as a fundamental belief. Once you get a window into the quality of the breath, not only do you just observe it, but you can impact the state of your mind and the state of your emotional system by working with the quality of the breath. The yoga poses are there kind of as laboratories for you to practice deep yoga breathing and thereby concentrate, control the mind, thereby calm the mind, stabilizing the nervous system. And so we have this direction from the traditional text called the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, which begins in the shloka that says, starting off in the Sanskrit, Kalevatam nisyate yoge chalam chittam. And then I can't remember the rest right now, but it translated into English. What that's saying is that as the breath goes, so the mind will follow. As the mind goes, so the breath will follow. So we have these kind of, inverse principles that say how you breathe reflects the state of your emotional body and the state of what you're thinking. And then how what you're thinking and what you're feeling affects your breath. And the yoga technique says, if you want a calm and peaceful mind, take a deep, full breath. And this is a really wonderful tool that you can apply into your life, whether you're doing your yoga practice, whether you're driving your car, whether you find yourself in a difficult life circumstance. And the step-by-step process it works like this. First, become aware of how you're breathing. Number one, notice that. Number 2, then, after having noticed the breath, begin to apply deep yoga breathing in an effort to calm, stabilize, and make the nervous system into a peaceful place. So what do you say? Do you think we should try a little bit of yoga breathing? I think we should try. So we'll do 2 types of yoga breathing today, but please remember, if you want to join me for the full practice for all these challenges, the Yoga Is Challenge, 1 month of brand new videos for all levels, is on omstars.com. You can practice with me commercial free and get a free month of OmStars too. Sign up for it, omstars.com. You'd make me so, so happy, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Also, please remember to like this video. Let me know, send me some messages, leave me some comments, let me know if you're enjoying the challenge, if you're jumping in for the challenge, if you're enjoying these talks. Okay, with no further ado, our yoga breathing practice for today. Come to any comfortable position, whether seated or standing. Even lying down would be okay for this one. Next, start to activate the muscles of the pelvic floor. If you're a yoga practitioner, you're very familiar with the muscles of your pelvic floor. Everything between the sitting bones, including the anus, the pelvic floor, the perineum, and the muscles that control the genitals. Please don't be shy. It's just you and your own body. No one even needs to see. Then, from the navel down to the pubic bone, that's going to come in. Treat the pelvic floor and the muscles of the low belly as kind of a ball of activation around your center of gravity. Let this be the root of every breath. Then, place the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth behind your 2 front teeth. Resonate the breath, a little bit like you are really trying to really vocalize, almost like you're saying saw as you inhale and ha as you exhale, and we'll do this 5 times. Try to follow my breath, even if it means you're holding your breath just a little bit. So here we go. Get everything turned on around your center of gravity. Exhale down the spinal axis and down the spinal cord until you reach your center of gravity deep inside of the pelvis. Then inhale. Keep breathing in. Reach the top of the inhale. Exhale. Slow, steady exhalation. Keep breathing out. Keep breathing out. Find the base and the bottom of your breath out. Inhale. Top of the breath in. Exhale. Find the bottom of your breath out, deep in the center of the pelvis. Inhale. Top of the breath in, all the way towards the top and the crown of the head. Exhale. Bottom of the breath out. Find inside the pelvis. Inhale. Feel the breath traveling up the spine, reaching towards the crown of the head. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Top of the breath in. Exhale. Close your eyes for a moment and feel your natural breath. Notice the quality of your mind, how that shifted just from these 5 breaths. Notice the quality, the feeling inside the body, how it shifted just from these 5 breaths. Feel the emotions. Notice the quality of your thoughts, how that shifted in just this short emphasis on the breath. Notice the nervous system slowly unwinding. And then allow your eyes to open back up again. I hope you felt a palpable shift in the quality of your emotions, the quality of your thoughts, the quality of your breath, the quality of your body. I know I did. Now, imagine how you would feel after 20, 30, 40, 60 minutes of practice, yoga practice, where your emphasis was not on how do I put my leg behind my head, how do I do this, how do I do that, but how can I maintain this deep, full, resonant breath throughout the entire practice. That is yoga, the combination of breath and body, eliciting a deep transformation in the nervous system, shifting the mind towards a more peaceful place. These small shifts that you experience each time you practice, even for 5 breaths, help make your world a better place. You do that by starting with the inside. And once the breath manifests, you feel more life energy, you feel vitality coming into the body, you feel a sense of peace and harmony. No matter what kind of disturbances are happening around you, you can always return to the breath. Now, in difficult circumstances, it might not be possible to just bust out a headstand, but you could probably discreetly, quietly allow yourself to take a few deep breaths rooted in your pelvic floor. You could do this if you're lying down and you're sick one day. You can do this in every moment of your life. So remember the 2 steps to the yoga breathing. First, become aware of the quality of your breath as it is. Notice that and take stock of it. Let it be a window into the resting state of your nervous system. Number 2, apply yoga technique in terms of deep breathing. And there are many, many techniques. This was just one that I shared with you today. So you could choose a technique that works for you that you've learned from your teacher. Apply that technique diligently, patiently, and persistently to effect deep change and transformation in the nervous system, ultimately learning to live a more peaceful life. And that's the heart of a yogi. This 1-month journey is into the heart of what yoga really is. I'm not here to tell you what yoga is. That's why each day has a different theme. I'm here to guide you into a personal exploration so that you can find out what yoga really is for you. To make this journey real, it has to sit so deep in your heart. I know after practicing for over 20 years that yoga works, and I know it can work for you too. If you just get on the mat and practice. If you haven't signed up for the challenge, please do so. I'm writing a blog every day on my website, KinoYoga.com. It would be awesome if you could read that. Leave me a comment on my blog, on my Instagram, on my YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe, and remember, join the challenge. The challenge is free for everyone. 1 month of free videos with me and access to the full Stars library for that month as well. Thanks so much for joining, everyone. I hope you are inspired to practice. Hope you're inspired to do the challenge. But more than anything, I hope you're inspired to make your world a happier, peaceful, and more joyful place. Namaste.